good evening. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been out at the ranch. Just finally got a chance to get back out here and set this morning in the blind, and didn't see anything. Had axis doe coming to the south feeder, so I set there this morning, and haven't seen that fallow buck. If you watched last episode, I've had a huge fallow buck coming at night, but he's been really sparse. He hasn't shown up in the last 10 days, but the last time he showed up, he was right here at the cabin blind. And so I haven't done an interview yet because almost as soon as I got in the blind, I was just covered up with white-tailed deer, and they just snorted, took off running across the open field here. I don't know what they're snorting at because I checked the wind, and the wind is still blowing back behind me. But they saw something they didn't like. I don't know what it was, but anyway, we're going to sit back and relax and hopefully have a good hunting trip this time. Got some pigs coming in at night, so we're going to sit here and try to shoot some pigs tonight as well. And maybe, just maybe, that fallow buck will come in. Also there's always a chance of an axis deer or axis buck coming in as well, but probably at night. So we're going to sit till probably 10 or 10, 11, maybe 12 o'clock if I can stay awake that late right here. So stay tuned. Hopefully we'll get something down for you.
Red is the color of the trail of success for the hunter who has put in the time and effort to make it happen. And red is the color of grace for the Savior who suffered and died in our place so we could be forgiven.
So it wasn't but a few minutes after I finished that interview, and I had some bucks come in, and this up-and-coming younger buck, I don't know how old he is, but we're late enough in the summer now that he looks like he's going to be a shooter. We just need him to grow a little bigger. Looks like he could be eventually a 4x5 maybe, or maybe a 9-point. So anyways, we're excited about this upcoming whitetail season. So I had no pigs come in, or that fallow buck, or axis, so I had this coon come in. So watch me take a shot at this coon. Definitely hit him, but not sure where. So the next morning I had this fox come through, and he was behind those bushes, and I didn't get the camera on until he was already in those bushes. So I actually just trained the camera on where I thought he was going to come out, and I started squeaking on my arm, and then when I saw a glimpse of him right there, I stopped and ended up pulling back and waiting for him to come through this opening. So watch this. You might be thinking that was a lousy shot. Actually, I had relaxed too much, and my bow was pulling forward, and my thumb hit the release before I even could get my 30-yard pin on him. So obviously this guy knew what the gig was, and he knew the gig was up. I tried to pull him back in again, but there's a fat chance of him coming back. All right, guys, another end to a fun trip. Just had a couple of days. I've got to go cut some cedar. I know I hit that raccoon last night, and I don't know where he went. I did follow the blood out about 50 yards, and it looked like he stopped, and then just it coagulated. He never bled again, so I don't know where he went, but I know I hit him good. And anyways, I went out this morning and saw this. Actually got up this morning. It was still dark, and this little porker was down here at the feeder, so I ended up shooting him from the cabin with my rifle. So I'll get him cleaned up, and we'll put him in the smoker and have a whole pig. How's that sound? And then also you saw that fox. So I quickly saw a fox running through. So I started squeaking on my arm, trying to get him to come up. Had the video on, and he popped out with my squeaking, and I'd been holding back for a while, and I relaxed too much. And as I relaxed, I touched my release off too soon with my thumb, so I got a thumb release. But anyways, I thought I was going to get me a fox today too. So watch the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. This little fox was about 80 yards out, and I started squeaking on my arm, and he came running as fast as he could right by the blind, and I had to squeak to bring him back. But watch what takes place here. Well, you heard it, but you didn't see it. That's so frustrating. I saw that little fox about 80 yards out, going through the trees with the naked eye, and then I squeaked on my arm like, and he came running. So I was like, tried to turn the camera on, and I don't think I hit record, but I had it on. I just didn't have it on record. I almost got a shot over here where he was, where I shot at him just now. Very awkward position to try to shoot in this blind. So I had to stand over the hole that I climb up in. But he went back behind me, and then I squeaked just a little bit, and he came walking out right underneath the blind. And then at the camera right there, I had the camera on him. I'm holding back, and I moved the camera with the bottom of my bow while I'm holding back. And then I put the bow too close to the top, and my upper limb hit the top, and it just threw the arrow off. So frustrating. I'm gonna have to take my bow back, and I hope I didn't knock the whole thing off or break a limb. Shh. That's my brand new bow too, my brand new PSE Evolve. Well, today was that little fox's lucky day. So skip ahead about a week, and I'm sitting in the blind 2 days before bow season starts. This is a Thursday, and opening day for bow season starts on Saturday morning. So if it was Saturday morning, I'd be shooting these doe, but it's actually Thursday evening. Just got out to the cabin and got about a week to hunt. And I've been noticing this, I think it's a 5-point on the camera, probably about a 2.5-year-old deer. But I've got this strain of genetics on this place that has a few deer that don't grow brow tines, and so this guy might be on the list for management buck. Get him out of the herd. I don't want him breeding. But anyways, they made their way out, and it wasn't too long after that this fox came in, so watch what takes place here. Just a touch left. This may have been that very same fox that came in a week ago. No telling, but anyways, he got away. I tried to squeak him in with my arm, but to no avail. If you're a regular watcher of my show, you know that I made the decision last spring to start carrying my rifle in the blind with me, and today was the reason why. Watch this. So I turned the camera into the opening where I thought they would come, getting ready to shoot through those trees, but they pulled a switcheroo on me and went right back out the same way. So I had already turned the camera off thinking they were gone, because this is about 3 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes they were grazing back there. I just couldn't see them. So watch what happens.
Just took a shot at that axis deer. He came through. He came through first. And I could have shot him, but I wasn't ready. I had to flip the camera on. And then I noticed that they were coming back through, so I don't know if I hit him or not. I'm gonna go out there and check. All right, guys, on the video you can see him kick like I hit him, and then you see the little puff of the branches where the bullet went through. This is exactly where he was, right here, when I shot at him, right behind this cactus. And you can see the branch that I hit, so it's right in line, but I'm not seeing any blood. But it sure looked like I hit him. I don't know that deer jump like that if you don't hit them, but maybe they do. But I don't hunt with a rifle normally. It's just I've been seeing a lot of axis deer off at distances that I can't shoot them with a bow. So I'm gonna look around here. It's been about 45 minutes, 40 minutes or so. I'm gonna look around a little bit and see if I can see anything. So I'll let you know if I find any blood.
Definitely my biggest axis deer to date, for sure. He's not that huge, but definitely not as big as that one last year. I almost shot with my bow. You know, almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. But seriously, I had that big old gold medal axis deer at about 20 yards, 22 yards. But he got spooked out because of the wind, but wasn't me. But anyways, I've been carrying my rifle in the stand because there's been 3 or 4 times I could have shot axis deer like this. And one time last spring, I could have shot a big one. He was probably up about this tall, still in velvet. Got him on the video right there. But anyways, these axis deer are really, really hard to get with a bow. They're not patternable like whitetail are. And they're very weary. If you spook them or stir them up at all, they go immediately to their safe zones, which they live out here, so they know where people don't go. So this guy thought he was in a safe zone, because this is the first time actually I've ever shot anything out of this new blind that I have. It's been there about 1.5 years now, but it's starting to rain here. I'm gonna have to get the camera out of the rain, but I just set this blind up, got a feeder going for the last 1.5 years, and got the deer used to it. So hopefully tonight I might be able to shoot a doe or something out of it. But anyways, hope you enjoyed that hunt. Be sure and stay tuned for some good hunts this year. We got a couple of shooters on tap, 10 point or maybe 11 point, I can't remember, and then also a real tall, I think he's an 8 point, maybe a 9 point. But a couple of shooters, hopefully we'll get those guys down and bring them to you here on Indian Creek Bow Hunting Journal. Thanks for watching.